here's my thing with that too. So, you know, I'm with all of y'all on that, right?
Mhm.
I don't believe we need a savior anymore, right? And we had that. We had black male leaders, and it's to say I would never sit there and say Martin Luther King didn't do nothing. There was a demographic of people that benefited off of what his words were, and they became better people. And it did influence certain laws in this country, right? To where we could actually sit here and talk what we're talking now. Just the same as I believe in Malcolm X. Yo, we shouldn't even be with these people. We should be by ourselves, freedom fighters doing our own thing as a group. I agree with both ends. But what I feel like as a people that we lost, man, is the guidance of, what I look at is other cultures, right? You know that in some Spanish cultures today, the young men still need a rite of passage to call themselves men. Not just I turned 18 and I actually see a pubic hair, so I'm a man now, right?
Mhm.
I don't even know what age you get pubic hairs, but anyways,
Mm-hmm.
you,
It
you know,
differentiates. It's different.
it's different. It's different.
It's
It's like
But
9 these days, right?
I don't know, something in the food.
young.
But
Mm.
but you know, that's not when you became a man. You actually had to do something to become a man. You had to prove something to be a man. And that created structure in the minds of the leaders. Because at the end of the day, we're all leaders on this as far as the men go, right?
Oh yeah.
Regardless, if the women are not married or whatever, you lead your own lives. But the likelihood is when you do become a wife, you're gonna want a man to be your leader, the one that's gonna protect, provide, and lead you into the right direction. And the reason why you would call it a leader is because you know that men will be the one to logically get you to the finish line of whatever the family goal is. So to have those leaders, you need strong men. And I can't say it enough. That's why I keep putting so much emphasis on, what are we doing as men? Like we could have, another Martin Luther King, but today I don't think he would really make an impact. Not on today's mindset, not with Twitter, not with Instagram, not with you. Nobody cares about what anyone has to say anymore. You can't even tell somebody don't do something without their parents jumping you. So this is what I'm
Without that
saying.
mother.
Right. No one cares anymore. So no one cares to be led. No one cares to be guided. No one cares for structure. No one cares for none of that. So a Martin Luther King, a Malcolm X, they would not matter in today's society. Because there are people that's trying, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't getting no track. They're getting no traction. No traction. Back in the days, they would have. But we have too much information at our fingertips for people to even give a damn what we're talking about. So that's why I'm saying, how do we get back to the basis where our names, like a dude like Diddy and what he did, wouldn't hurt our image to not just the world. I don't care about the world. I care about our women. How could something that he did not impact us to our own sisters, where they starting to look at us like all black men are monsters?
Well,
Oh,
that's true. I mean, you got a lot of women-led households, and you got a lot of women that don't think they need men. So we have to get back to that situation where they understand that they need us in their lives, but also when we're in their lives, they feel protected. So you talk about we don't need leaders. That's true because they won't listen because a lot of these men grew up in women-led households where they're leading with their emotions as opposed to actual facts and as what's going on. If you look at back what was going on in the 60s and 70s, those dudes that were leading that protest were dressed in suits. If you want to do it now, they're gonna be dressed in dresses for all we know and man purses. But at the end of the day, so how do we get back to that? We have to, one, respect our women as men, and two, women respect our men and let them be the men they are and the men they need to be so that they can lead.
All right.
That sounds good. Sounds very diplomatic. But how are we going to get back to that? And it's like I've always said.
My man said
Yeah,
we can't.
right. We can't. But nature is going to bring us back to that because a lot of people that are just uncoachable, they'll be wiped off the chessboard just like the other ones, and it's going to start over. I mean, if you don't see it right now, I mean, yo, them prophecies is literally jumping all out the Bible right now, y'all. I ain't even a religious dude, and I'm getting the tingly because it's just look. It's going to go back to where it used to be. It's gonna get so hard to where the women gonna be like, man, I'm not trying to fight the black man no more. I need him. Oh, it's getting like that right now too. That's why I told all my bargain bin dudes, hold tight, stop being emotional, read some books, get your game up because them ladies gonna come throwing themselves at you. Come here, you broke dusty. I need you, baby. And they coming. I'm telling you, it's about to go back to the old days, man. Because being single, you ain't gonna be able to survive. You can go ahead and try as you might, try as you will. I don't care if you make 200,000, you still ain't gonna survive, baby. You gonna at the end of the day need a brother, and you better get on out there and get you the best, cheapest DVD you can find. Go and get that dude out that bargain bin.
I think that's the first time I agree with you.
What's your thoughts on it?
What do you mean?
What do you think could get, you know, the women to start building that trust back with the men?
I don't know. You caught me off guard. I was so listening. I was listening to Chill, and I was about to say something else, so my mind definitely shifted. Thanks, Chill.
You welcome.
All right, Kit, what do you think?
Oh man, that boy, she got that girl. Where you get that internet
from?
I think
I'm gonna send a technician over to your house, yo.
Hell yeah,
she got Windstream. You gotta get that.
We gotta get the tech over there ASAP.
Everything is fine this way. I don't know. How do I feel? Oh boy. I feel like it was something that was said. I'm trying to go back to it in my head. But for one, you know, look, Ashley McAshton, no one's talking to you. You just listen to this particular point of this. Okay. Thank you.
No, man, just been throwing shots all day. I was about, don't make me come and take that hair off there.
You kind of started it, though.
You don't know? Oh, you should have seen me.
He might need it.
You gonna put on your head, Tia?
Oh, you don't know?
Clean off. I'm gonna see who hair shorter.
Oh no, baby, she don't. No, she don't budge, bro.
She don't budge.
Oh, so when you pull it from behind, it don't come off.
It don't. It don't come off at all.
It's like Buddy Lee. She don't get busted unless I'm a hustle. Okay.
Ooh.
Got the strong glue.
Always try it, and they can't.
That's that Elmer's glue. That shit strong.
Super glue. It's the gorilla glue.
It's cool. I call Trump. He's on the way. It's cool.
Right.
Your hair is gonna fall in the front, and you're gonna look like one of the little emo boys. I got you.
So,
so no. I personally feel like, how do you say? It's just so many things to unpack. I be listening to y'all all around. I just be feeling like you had said something, Mingo, and it was oh my goodness, what did you say? Give me 2 seconds. It was something around. Damn it! It's these so many of y'all going back and forth. But it was something.
Yeah, it was a lot. It
was a lot, and I was like,
hers.
I be listening intently, so I'm over here like, and I put a pin in it, and I was like, damn. Now, but
remember what he said though.
Hey, remember what she does? Remember what she educates people on now?
What she educates?
Jill got to suck up.
Oh, I
forgot. Yeah.
Oh, you tried it. Oh, my letters.
She'll remember that. She on that.
Oh no.
Education.
How many edibles do they have today?
They keep trying it. Oh, they tried it. No, but when it comes down to okay, so you said something in regards to like, you know, the black man as far as them being leaders. And remember we were talking about that before. It's like y'all want to be leaders, but y'all can't lead yourselves to no kickbacks. I'm sorry, what?
No, he said, "Oh God." He said, "Oh God." We listen to.
He said, "Oh God."
It's his antics. He does this every time someone talks. Go ahead, girl.
Oh God, I was about to say you rang, but that's a whole nother conversation.
No, he has to respond contrary to whatever someone says. Go ahead.
Didn't call her Uncle Professor, did you?
Yeah,
Hold up. I want to hear what she has to say.
Right.
Go ahead, kid.
When you were talking about like just men being leaders, and a lot of the times I feel like y'all want to be a leader basically because it's your birthright to be a leader, not because you even know how to do it. It's just because I'm a man and they said I'm supposed to be able to lead, so let me lead. A lot of y'all don't even know how to do that in an effective way to even exact the change that Quint says that we need. Also, you said in regards to segregation, if you keep frowning your face like that, it might get stuck. You should pay attention. But when we were talking about segregation, you said something along the lines of we should have stayed segregated and we wanted to be separate, right? So what happened, if you think about it, we had, Black Wall Street and we built all Black everything, right? And what did they do? They said, no, you can't have all Black everything. We're going to burn that down. You can't have nice things, right? So then when we were like, okay, now we want to be, when we wanted to be separate, they were like, no, you got to be together with us. Why do y'all want to be separate? We should be working together. Every time we've tried to either have our own thing or do our own thing, they found somehow, some way to either tarnish it, break it down, or make it where it's almost impossible. So, it's not like we haven't tried to be separate before. It's like they forced us into having to be with them, which is now why you see a lot of towns getting bought. Like there's a couple of towns that's been bought like down in Georgia where like 20 different families came together, bought up a whole plot of land and still building out the whole town in its entirety. So things like that are actually happening. But those are just my particular thoughts. It was a lot of stuff thrown out there, but I really feel like in order for men to lead and women to come back to that space, men need to actually know how to lead in a way that makes women feel, safe and vulnerable enough to allow y'all to do that. You frown in your face like you don't know that there's a whole bunch of y'all perpetrating just because y'all are penis people that y'all know how to lead, but that is not the truth. It is not the case.
Penis people.
Some of y'all cannot do that. Some of the penis population cannot do it, and y'all want to do it so bad. Like it makes your ass itch. Y'all want to do it so bad, and y'all horrible at doing it. But then if we do it, somehow we want to be masculine. No, when we try to let y'all be men, y'all suck at doing that too. Which is why y'all are out here in your soft girl era, wanting your half. And where's my 50-50? And what about me? Don't look, okay?
Hold on. When do we suck?
Hold on, Professor, let me respond to that. I gotta respond.
All right.
Okay. Let's deal with the fact that you say that men don't want to be led or don't know how to lead, right? Who raised these men that you say that don't know how to be led?
Would you like to talk about the ones that still have their daddies?
Huh? No, let's talk about who raised these men.
And that's what I'm saying.
Know how to lead.
Are we going to try to throw the innuendo of, okay, they're all raised by women, or are we going to talk about
the majority of them are, because the majority of our community is raised by. We could talk about the fathers that left, or we could also say that the mothers were the ones choosing Pookie to have a child with, didn't choose marriage before she carried, and then now she's mad and he showed who he really is. Let's talk about the number of cases, not the few cases.
Married men that are single. Married men are the most single men on the planet. So
okay, now you're throwing up layups, because a lot of married Black men.
True. Like it was just on a. It was just a statistic on a dating app that 65% of the men on dating apps are either married or in relationships, and that is due to a study that was just done. So am I making up a layup, or is the layup just
what does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with what we're talking about when it comes down to being a leader of a household and still taking care of your family? You're talking about men cheating. I'm talking about men.
I'm talking about if these men, you just said they didn't wait for marriage, but some of these women did wait for marriage, and they still got.
But it's also showing that married women cheat too. So let's talk about them. If you want to talk about okay, well, today this, today that. I asked a specific question. The question I
I just
asked
don't
you,
understand because if men are the ones that's supposed to choose, how would
we
they be properly? I
no,
just
we
don't.
are supposed we're supposed to choose, but if if we are in a matriarchal Black society,
No,
right?
we're not.
And the women want to be the leaders, and the women want to be the boss chicks, and the women want to do all of that. Then how can you turn around and say that the man could lead if you won't let us? We can't just take y'all and knock you upside the head like a caveman and say, follow me and do what I say. We have to be allowed by y'all to say, be a leader. Every other race of women has men that cheat too, but they're not out. Hold on, Quint. Every other race of women has men out there that cheat as well. It ain't just Black men. So to put cheating as a reason why you guys don't want to be feminine and soft, no, y'all don't want to be feminine and soft because y'all weren't raised to be that way. And that's fine. Y'all weren't raised to be those type of women. Y'all were taught to go get a degree, put your man last, and be 40 years old and now get pregnant. That's not how it goes. That's not the order of life. The order of life is that you are supposed to have a child at a childbearing age. Preferably, the way it goes is you're supposed to be a wife before you carry. That's not a thing in our community. A lot of these women are out here reckless. If it's up to you, at the woman, to say, this is when I'm going to have a child. The only way I'm going to procreate with you, man, is if you marry me. What do you think more men would do? Silence.
Asking me?
Hey.
Or are you, I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna
what's
play
happening.
that jagged edge and get married.
I'm gonna type
Hey.
out like before I respond. I'm check.
No, go
Good
ahead,
women are
kid.
being found. Good women are being found. We'll find a good woman.
It's just they may not
Now,
be.
if you don't want to, if you ain't been found, you might not be a good woman. Not in
No,
all
you just need to
cases.
be. No. If you're not a
I'm
good,
just
if, no,
saying.
you just need to be on meet to marry. That's all. Just be on meet to marry because so you can get found. That's all.
Exactly. And then think about this, right? The women that do get married, they don't feel the way you feel. They don't feel that way. My wife don't feel unprotected. My wife don't feel like she doesn't have a leader, and she doesn't feel like men don't lead. She also had a father in her house. So her father instilled to her, showed her leadership and guidance of what a man needs. So that reflects in our marriage as well, because she was taught to be that way. But there's a lot of cases, not all. It's never all, right? There's some cases where some men ain't ish, and they had a father in their life. There's some cases where some of the best men in the world were raised by single mothers. It doesn't take away from the fact. But when we look at the numbers, to make Black men sound like we're bad, I can't sit here and take that. Because I look at the numbers. 44% of Black men are the ones that's creating the majority of the children out of women. 56% Black men have no children. They're single, childless, and in the middle class. So with knowing that 44% of the men are making the majority of the babies today, that shows you that women are sleeping with the same man over and over and over again. So how is it that Black men as a whole are the problem?
Ooh, chill.
Once they chill, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Hey, chill over there eat them chips and then loving it.
Oh yeah.
You got nuts.
I'm just saying.
I just
I
No, it's
think
the truth.
we love y'all the most. We love y'all the most, and we marry y'all the most. Y'all not gonna go out there and beg. Y'all not gonna go out there and get on your knees and ask a white man to marry you.
yeah, they will.
They don't do that
If
in
he were
mass.
married,
They don't
if he
do
were
that.
married,
No,
They don't
We're
do
not
that
gonna
in
go
mass
get on our
numbers.
knees and ask a white man to marry us.
Yeah.
Y'all will.
So meaning that Black men are the ones that's coming to y'all and marrying y'all. As much as women are like Black men ain't ish, ain't no other man out there looking for y'all. Not in no mass numbers. Y'all could date them. Y'all sleeping with them all day. But when it comes down to marriage, they not giving that to y'all. So who's marrying y'all the most is the ones that y'all should respect the most. but y'all don't, because the mindset is, it's like you said,
Yeah.
it's like you said last week, like you said last week, Kid. You said perception is a person's reality. Meaning, like, if you look at the children in Africa, you said that the kids with the flies in the eyes feel like they're the majority, right? So if you feel like the kids with the flies in the eyes are majority, that's your ignorance. Because what you should do is your research to actually know that Africa is a beautiful place. Africa has beautiful countries in it. But if you don't do your research, all you're going to see is the kids with the flies in the eyes. Other than looking at all black men trash, actually look at the numbers. No, we're not. We're actually doing good. Look at the marriage rates of black men to black women. We are doing good. We love y'all. I love every woman on this panel. I love my wife more. Sorry, wife. I love you more. But I love every woman on this panel. And to me, I want the success. I want it all for y'all. That's why I'm like, promote what you got. I'm the black man that's doing that, just like every other black man on here would do it. That's a form of protection that I could give you. And a lot of black men are doing this today. We're not all bad. And I'm sorry, Kid, but I don't want you to feel that way about us.
This is your assumption, but that's on y'all. I let people assume, because I'm gonna tell you like this. When it comes to me, whatever you heard I did, believe all that shit. I did it. I'm never gonna argue with nobody about the point. Yeah, if you heard I did it, say I did it. I never assumed that all of you all were bad. Period. That never came out of my mouth. That was never.
I've never said you said it though.
But you said it like you don't want me to feel like that, which means that
I could say I don't want you.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, but that would insinuate that you feel that I would feel like that, or
well, you just said all black men can't lead.
Okay, it's just black men that she chose who can't lead.
First things first. Assumptions are as raggedy as that bald head of yours. I need for you to get it together.
God, dog.
Damn.
I
feel the love in the air.